Good evening, football fans of Oklahoma. Welcome to the Oklahoma City Public Schools Friday night high school football game broadcast right here on PPBC TV and CBS Sports Radio 105.3 FM HD1. Thank you so much for tuning in to this beautiful Friday night football game. We've got a great game on tap here for you. Very excited to get it started here shortly. Our title sponsors for this broadcast are SSM Health at St. Anthony, Super Prep, and Guiding Right Incorporated. And, of course, today's matchup is a Class 4A District 2 football game between the Classen SAS Comets and the Bethany Broncos. I'm your play-by-play announcer, Jay Swick. Alongside me is my color analyst, Mr. Dylan Tribble himself. We are broadcasting live from Moses F. Miller Stadium right off of MLK Avenue here in the heart of Oklahoma City. Perfect venue for high school football. Dylan, we've got cooler temperatures here today. They've dropped dramatically. It's a little chilly up here in the press box, but it's starting to feel more like football weather. Definitely, I think, in the upper 60s today, but the wind is blowing. First of all, Dylan, how you doing? How you feeling? I'm glad you're here, doing color commentary once again. What's your take on tonight's football game between the Classen SAS Comets and the Bethany Broncos?
All right, to start off, I'm doing pretty good, my friend. I always say this, October is my favorite month for football, not only because the weather and the temperature drops, but it gets darker sooner, so the games start in the dark, and there's just something special about that. So tonight we got the Bethany Broncos versus the Classen SAS Comets. Both teams are 3-2. One team will be 4-2, and one team will drop to 500. And it is a district game, so this game means a lot. Both teams are going to be putting everything on the line tonight here in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a fun game to call, and I appreciate everybody tuning in for it. You're listening to the Friday night high school football pregame show sponsored by SSM Health at St. Anthony. SSM Health Hospitals are proud sponsors of Oklahoma City Public School broadcast, and sometimes after a hard-fought game, players need the services of a sports medicine specialist. And SSM Health Hospitals have a great team of providers that help them recover from their injuries and get them back out on the field very quickly. Like I said, playing conditions, very cool. There's quite a bit of wind from the southwest. Do you think it's going to have much of an effect on the game?
It definitely can, because, we've seen Classen. They really love to air out the football because they got a lot of weapons on the outside playing wide receiver, so it could be an issue. This is our first time covering Bethany, but I assume that they like to throw the football as well.
Well, we're right around 11 minutes away from kickoff here tonight. But you mentioned it. Both programs currently 3-2. Nobody wants to be the team to fall back to 500.
Exactly.
And the focus tonight is to win and add another W to the win column. Let's talk about the Classen SAS Comets real quick. They're led by head coach Travis Burdine. He's done a lot in a short time for the Classen SAS football program, and they're obviously a different team than they were last year, and the record reflects that. Comets are much more explosive than they've been in years past. I think he can credit a lot of that to their wide receiving core. Elijah Green, currently committed to the University of Tulsa. He is electric on offense. He's got excellent hands, and he's really, really fast, which helps when you're a wide receiver. But he can also stop and go on a dime, and that helps out when he needs to get open. And there's not a lot of time to maneuver. But look for him to make a big impact tonight, as well as his teammate, Aaron Underwood, who I'm very impressed with. He's equally as explosive. He's trying to figure out where he wants to go and continue his football career. Only a sophomore, so he's got plenty of time to decide. But he has the ability to get open quick. He's very sure-handed and loves to score touchdowns, as we saw against Southeast earlier this year. But
he had multiple touchdowns in that game.
Elijah Green and Aaron Underwood are our featured players of the game for tonight's pregame show, sponsored by Super Prep. And Super Prep is the premier sports media outlet that features the very best in high school and college student athletes in the city, in the state, and the nation. So give them a follow. Super Prep can be found on Oklahoma City CBS Sports Radio 105.3 and all social media platforms as Super Prep OK. So let me defer back to you, Dylan. What is your take on this Classen SAS Comet football team? We've already seen them play, or we've broadcasted at least one of their games this year. What are some of the takeaways that you have from them?
One player that I want to mention that you did not mention is QB1. Carlos Hardiman. He's kind of the heart and soul of that offense. They rely on him to do it with his arm, with his legs. We saw him score multiple touchdowns in that game that we covered versus Southeast. He had a great night with his feet, and he had a great night with his arm. He has a lot of weapons. So, in my opinion, as long as that O-line can hold up and stay strong and give him time to deliver the football to his weapons on the outside, I think they're going to have a really good night tonight.
And they're really, about making the big play. That's one thing we've seen from Classen SAS is they go for the big play quite a bit. You'll see several go routes and several long throw attempts.
Yeah, deep post routes for sure.
If completed, I mean, it's usually a touchdown. But, I am impressed with what Travis Burdine has done this year specifically. This is his first year at the program, and, they have such high academic standards. I was talking with one of the teachers from Class SAS, and she said, the workload is tremendous for these Comet football players because they're so dedicated to their craft in the classroom, but also, on the football field. So, School of Advanced Studies, that's Classen SAS, and they've really invested more into their athletic programs going forward, and it's taking effect this year. And you see what Coach Travis Burdine has done right now, currently 3-2 on the series. But let's shift gears, talk a little bit about the Comets' opponent tonight, the Bethany Broncos. They're currently 3-2. They're coached by John Arthur. This is year number 7 for him. And Bethany this year has wins over John Marshall, Woodward, and then against Bridge Creek last week, 38-0. Their only losses of the season were against Jones and Tuttle.
Two solid teams.
2 weeks ago. So you tell me, Dylan, what player stands out to you the most regarding Bethany football?
I like their 2-3-year starters on the offensive line and the defensive line. They're kind of the core of that football team out of Bethany, and that's going to be Will Strawn and Christian Sigler. They played a lot of football for this program. The head coach relies on them to set the tone, not only on offense but defense. Those are my two guys to keep an eye on tonight for Bethany football. And
they've been rotating quarterbacks. We'll just give you the two options that they've been playing a lot, sophomore and a junior. Number 7, sophomore Judson Gilliland, 5'10", 180-pound quarterback. Again, he's a sophomore this year for Bethany. But they'll also play number 13, Jackie Payne, at quarterback as well. He's a junior, 6'2", 165 pounds. So that's what it looks like real quick regarding the Bethany Broncos. We're going to take a timeout, sing the national anthem, and then come back and get this game underway. I appreciate everybody tuning in to PPBC TV and CBS Sports Radio, 105.3 FM, HD1. And we're back. Friday night high school football pregame show sponsored by SSM Health at St. Anthony here on PPBC TV and CBS Sports Radio, 105.3 FM, HD1. Jay Swick, Dylan Tribble.
Yes, sir.
Broadcasting live from Moses F. Miller Stadium for the game that is just minutes away from starting. The Classen SAS Comets, 3-2 on the season, taking on the Bethany Broncos, who are also 3-2 on the season. Now, there is just such a huge difference when you look at what the, depending on what the outcome is of this game. There's a huge difference between being 4-2 and then an even 500. This game tonight here decides whether you're one or the other. And it definitely helps when it comes down to making a playoff push. This is a game that you'd really like to have on your resume.
Yeah, it's a district game, so this game means a lot. It's not one of those first 3 games of the year where it's a non-district, so it doesn't really matter as far as playoffs go. This is a district game, and Classen is looking for their first district win of the season tonight, so this game means a lot to them. Bethany has won a district game.
I'm interested to see how Mason Fletcher plays tonight, running back for the Classen SAS Comets, and he's somebody that can really make his presence known early. I know they'd love to be able to find some success running the football tonight. If that happens, then that's going to open up the passing lanes for those talented wide receivers that Classen SAS has on their team. So that's going to be fun to watch tonight. I think it's going to be a very interesting game, and two good teams. Bethany's been playing really well here lately. They coming off a victory over Bridge Creek, 38-0. So they're playing better defensively. And then Classen SAS has improved quite a bit as well. Now they have lost the past 2 games, but they have a really good opportunity here tonight, and they're hungry. They're hungry for a win, and I think we're in for a very interesting night of high school football here at Moses F. Miller Stadium, and I appreciate everybody tuning in. And again, our title sponsors for this broadcast are SSM Health at St. Anthony, Guiding Right Incorporated, and Super Prep. I want to go over the list of officials that we have officiating tonight's game, and I can't tell you how happy I am to talk with these guys before the game. I mean, we need officials here in the state of Oklahoma for every sport, and I encourage people to explore that as a possible side job or a hobby because we need officials, and there's a shortage right now. But our head referee tonight is Victor Atherton. Umpire is Jared Fitzgerald. Head linesman is Taylor Russell. The line judge is Caleb Dirksen, and the back judge is Chris Greve, and we definitely appreciate them for officiating tonight's high school football game here at Moses F. Miller Stadium here on the east side of Oklahoma City. And they're going through the coin toss right now. It looks like Classen SAS is going to receive the football to start this game, and the wind is coming out of the southwest. It's blowing southwest.
Do you feel it?
Yeah, I feel it because it's right in my face, and we've got a window open here because we have to have the camera.
You look pretty warm to me.
I've got a lot of body fat that's supposed to keep me warm. It's just not really working out. But it's going to be a good night of high school football here tonight. Kickoff is coming up next. I want to thank Cam back at the station for taking care of us, as well as our producer Bryce Shawn for producing the stream, and everybody tuning in to PPBC TV. Whether you downloaded the app, it's free for Android and iPhone users, or you can go to YouTube and find the PPBC TV YouTube page and view it that way. But the Bethany Broncos are coming out onto the field, and we're awaiting the arrival of the Classen SAS Comets here shortly, but football is coming up next. And again, our title sponsor, SSM Health at St. Anthony, Guiding Right, and Super Prep, and SSM Health Hospitals, by the way, are proud sponsors of Oklahoma City Public School broadcast. And again, sometimes after a hard-fought game, player needs the services of a sports medicine specialist. And SSM Health Hospitals have a great team of providers that help players recover fast and get them back out on the field or the court, just depending on what sport you're playing.
Exactly.
But
we do cover basketball as well.
Yeah, and basketball's right around the corner, Dylan. It's
weird to say, but it is. I saw the Thunder had their official media day.
Well, we've already gotten through half the season in high school football. I mean,
Time flies, man.
Goes by quick, and
it does.
We have a really good time doing it, and I think that's why it goes by so fast. But we'll have some updates for you at halftime, sponsored by Love's Student of the Month. And we've got Oklahoma State playing football game tonight. We'll give you some updates here on that as well. But it's all about, as far as we're concerned, it's all about the high school football teams here tonight. We'll also give you some score updates from around the state of Oklahoma because it's getting pretty competitive.
It is.
And being as deep as we are in the conference play right now, each game has weight to it.
A lot of
and
weight.
It becomes really, really important for you to win those district games and score as much points as possible in case there's a tiebreaker.
Exactly.
But you want to put yourself in a good position to make a run at the state title. And you do that by winning football games and getting a better seed. So the Broncos of Bethany have ran out onto the field. Now they're regrouping on the sidelines. And here come the Classen SAS Comets. Right now, the 3-2 Classen SAS Comets in the all-black uniforms
really
with the blue helmets.
Uniforms tonight for Classen SAS.
It's a beautiful look.
It really is, especially for the month of October with Halloween at the end of the month. You got to love the all-black unis.
Well, I think most uniforms nowadays in high school football are a lot better than when I was in high school.
I mean, yeah, I'm with you on that. I am with you on that 100%. They got different helmets. They got like 5 different uniform combinations.
And just like the overall quality of the fabric, you know, they're wearing Nike uniforms.
Yeah, we had Russell jerseys.
Right, exactly. Hand-me-downs that have been played in for years, you know. But we've got a kind of a light show here on the field at Moses F. Miller Stadium, and the Classen SAS Comet kick return team is out on the field. Bethany's kickoff team is about to kick it that way to the Comets, who'll start their first offensive possession of the year. Any final thoughts, Dylan?
I'm ready for some October football tonight here in Oklahoma City. It's going to be the Comets receiving the kickoff. Bethany is getting ready to kick off to them, and nothing better than being here on a Friday night underneath the lights. This is just such a good atmosphere.
The deep kick returner who's back the furthest is number 10, Lonnie Rogers. But you also see Aaron Underwood back there as well as Elijah Green. So all 3 of those players are really good at special teams when they get the football in their hands. So not a bad choice.
Bethany just came out and faked the onside kick to see if Classen was going to be ready.
And they kick, and it's going to be in the end zone for a touchback. So that means the Comets will start out their first offensive possession at their own 20-yard line.
I really love what I saw the Gunners do for Bethany. Even though it was a touchback, all 4 of the Gunners sprinted until they got to the goal line and then finished like they're in a track meet. That's really good by that, and that means that they're coached well and they always hustle.
Wouldn't surprise me to see a big play attempt here by quarterback Carlos Hardiman.
Yeah,
maybe
I mean,
a play-action
fake,
go deep. We've seen it time and time again. We'll see if Bethany is prepared for that, or they could run. I could be totally wrong, and they run the football. We'll see what they do here momentarily. Got to get the chain gang lined up here first, and that's what they're doing here. And now we got to run to the right. Hardiman steps up, cuts back, has positive yards, about a 5-yard gain. Positive yards. They're second down and 5 from the looks of it here for the Classen SAS Comets. RPO action, faked the handoff, kept it himself, ran to the right.
Yep, great first play of scrimmage for the Classen SAS Comet.
Shotgun formation, 3 receivers split, actually 4. Ball is snapped, hands off to Fletcher up the middle for a very short gain. May have only gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. I don't think there's going to be much of a gain, if at all, and it's going to bring down a 3rd and 5 situation. Shotgun formation, 4 receivers split. Hardiman gets the snap, runs to his left. Now he's running for his life, and he gets sacked. And that's a big-time loss, defensive end for Bethany.
That's going to be number 88, Charlie Toll, with the sack. And now the Classen SAS punt team is going to come on the field. Charlie Toll, he snipped that one out. He plays that D-line position. He got through the block and made a big play.
Hardiman's also part-time punter. We may see a quick kick here. And he drops back, and it looks like he's going to throw. And that's what he's doing, and it was almost completed. Number 3, Mason Fletcher. They went for it on 4th down. I thought he was going to quick kick it, but no.
I thought the same thing. Deep in their own territory, the game just started. It's 0-0, but they take a huge risk, and unfortunately it did not pay off for them. Now Bethany has great field position to start their first drive.
Yeah, you talk about great field position. They're lined up inside the 20, right on the 16-yard line. The Broncos only have to go 16 yards to get a touchdown here. That was a very gutsy decision by Coach Travis Burdine to start the game, going for it on 4th down, and unfortunately they were unsuccessful. They're going to hand off to the running back for a short gain, maybe two-yard gain from the looks of it. Can you see who that running back is?
Yeah, that was Devontae Melton on the carry for the Bethany Broncos. About a 3-yard gain, so now it's going to be 2nd and 7 to go.
Quarterback for the Bethany Broncos tonight is Judson Gilliland, the sophomore quarterback, number 7. And no, I'm lying. That's number 13. I thought it was number 7. The jersey numbers have these block lettering, and the font is a little weird. That's what I'm blaming it on, not the fact that I'm blind.
That's all right. We got our binoculars.
So we got a false start, and that's going to back it up 5 yards, right?
It sure is indeed. So now it's 2nd and about 12 to go for the first down for Bethany.
So number 13, Jackie Payne, is the quarterback, and Payne is in the shotgun formation, gets the snap, fakes the handoff, throws, quick slant, complete. Or no, it wasn't. It hit him in the chest, right in the hands, but he wasn't able to secure the catch, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 12 for the Bethany Broncos.
This is a huge play for that Classen SAS defense.
Because you just don't get gifts like this in terms of field position. You know, to start your first offensive possession at your opponent's 16-yard line. You know, and they're going backwards because of the false start penalty. Here we go. Twins left, pistol, fakes the run, throws, deep corner, and that's a touchdown. That is a touchdown by the Bethany Broncos. Beautifully placed ball, and the receiver made the easy catch. That was just a perfect corner fade football throw
really
by
was.
Bethany.
Yeah, beautiful fade route by the receiver. Great ball by the quarterback. It was number 21, Wyatt Gessler, with the first touchdown of the game tonight.
And that was big. It was 3rd and long, and the fact they were able to get in the end zone was pretty impressive.
Yeah,
Great throw by Payne, and we've got an extra point attempt coming up here right now by the Bethany Broncos. And we've got a false start here.
Yeah, I think Bethany jumped offside, so we're coming back 5 yards.
Going to make it just a little bit more difficult to kick that extra point. We'll see if they can succeed on that.
We got Elijah Green out here at the end position. He might be coming in hot and trying to get that block.
He looks like he's ready to go. Ball is snapped, kick is up, and we've got is there another whistle on the play?
Yeah, stoppage on the play.
It's another false start by the Bethany kicking team.
Going to test out the range of this kicker early on in this football game tonight.
Backing up another 5 yards.
Let's see just how strong his leg is.
Had the penalty not been called, the extra point would have been good, but they're going to go for it right here for another extra point attempt, just 10 yards further.
Yeah, 2 false starts on an extra point kick. That's something new that I've never seen before.
3rd penalty of the game so far for Bethany, but they're up 6-0, trying to make it 7, pending this extra point. And are you kidding me? there is another false start. That is the fourth penalty.
So the holder for Bethany
Broncos
is pointing at Classen SAS, but I don't think he's got the right call. It's going to be on Bethany once again, so 5 yards even further back for the extra point. At this point, you might as well just go for it and
well,
put your
I hope
offense
the
back on the
kicker's
field.
leg is warm, and I think it is. He's had a couple tries already.
Hey, a kick this far back might get him a scholarship. Who knows?
All right, 33-yard kick for an extra point here. Ball is snapped. Kick is up. It is good. The extra point is good. The 33-yard extra point to go up 7-0. The Bethany Broncos on top of the Classen SAS Comets. And really good throw again by Jackie Payne.
Yeah, beautiful
of the Bethany
ball
Broncos.
by Jackie Payne to his main man, Wyatt Gessler, in the corner of the end zone. Bethany's on top, 7-0.
Big shout out to our other sponsors tonight. First Security Bank, Pollard Funeral Home, Geronimo's Bakery, Love's Student of the Month, Big O's Pork and Dreams Barbecue, State Farm agent Chuck Davis, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company, as well as our title sponsors, SSM Health at St. Anthony, Super Prep, and Guiding Right Incorporated. So Classen's going to get another opportunity, get their second possession offensively here. First play looked really good. The RPO run by the quarterback, Carlos Hardiman. Then they became a little stagnant and then went for it on fourth down and were unsuccessful, and that gave Bethany, great field position, and Jackie Payne made the throw to the corner of the end zone and completed it. So that's how this first quarter so far has played out. There's 9:37 left in the first quarter. Bethany is up 7-0 on top of the Classen SAS Comets, and here's Bethany's kick. And it is deep, and it is going into the end zone for a touchback. So Classen will get the football at their own 20-yard line. What do they got to do differently on this possession, Dylan?
Just stay composed. I mean, you started off really solid. O-line got a great push on that first play of scrimmage, and then they kind of had some miscues, so just stay composed and stay locked in. It's early on in the football game.
So they're going straight to the line of scrimmage. Obviously, Classen runs his spread offense, 2 receivers on each side, 1 running back to the left of Hardiman, the quarterback. Ball is snapped. He's going to run left. He's going to keep it, avoids 1 tackle, has to move right, gets through a couple defenders, and then he's going to be brought down. Short game, but he had to work really hard for those 3 yards for the Comets, but it's positive yards nonetheless.
Yeah, what an effort by Carlos on that quarterback keep, because there really wasn't anywhere to go, but he made a lane with his feet, yards after contact, and now it's 2nd and about 6 to go for the first down.
All right, shotgun formation, 2 receivers on each side. Hardiman gets the snap, drops back. He's going to run into his left, still looking for a receiver, throws, completes. That's enough for a first down to number 5, right there on the sideline.
There was a flag thrown on the play, so this one might be coming back. Kind of looked like a holding call.
It was a late throw by Hardiman, and he found that receiver just right there on the sidelines. He got both feet in before he went out of bounds, but it does look like it's going to be a 10-yard holding penalty, so that's a setback. That's going to be 2nd and 15 now. 8:50 left in the first quarter.
Yeah, huge difference between 2nd and 15 and 2nd and 5. They got to really come up with a good play here.
Hardiman gets the snap, drops back, steps up in the pocket, and now he's going to get sacked. Beautiful, penetration by the defensive line for Bethany. Just collapsed the pocket, and there was nowhere to go for Hardiman. So that's going to bring up 3rd down. And,
looks like 3rd and 15, yeah.
Okay. Shotgun formation. Hardiman drops back, looking to throw, and does. Intercepted, and it's a pick 6. Bethany Broncos defensive back intercepts the pass and takes it all the way in for a touchdown. Hardiman never saw him coming. And that nickel back just really saw and read the eyes of Hardeman and made the play and ran it in untouched for the touchdown to go up 13-0. Could be 14-0 pending an extra point.
Yep, huge play right there by the outside linebacker for Bethany. That was number 22, Garrett Johnson, with the pick six to put his team up 13-0 early on in the ball game.
Here is the extra point. Very surprising chain of events, but the Bethany Broncos have made the big plays early on, and that is good. They are up 14-0. 8:21 left in the first quarter. 14-point lead by the Broncos over the Classen SAS Comets. Are you a little bit surprised by this?
I really am. I really and truly am. This is not what we really expected to happen, but like I mentioned before, it's still really early in the football game. You cannot get your head down and feel sorry for yourself. You got to get your chin up and move on to the next play.
Back again to return the kick. Number 10, Lonnie Rogers, number 7, Aaron Underwood, and number 16, Elijah Green. Three very talented skill position players that when they get the football in their hands in open space, they can do some damage to their opponent.
So far on offense, we haven't really seen any of these playmakers touch the football. You got to find a way to put the ball in Elijah Green's hands and Underwood's hands. These guys can make plays, but they just haven't got many touches so far.
And it's been super early. They just haven't ran that many plays. And that interception for a touchdown was a very shocking play that you just don't see Carlos, you don't see mistakes like that typically from Carlos Hardeman. And I know he's, really upset about it, but he needs to forget about that play and just continue to concentrate on what he can control. Rogers going to get it at the goal line. He's going to take it 5, 10, comes at 15, 20. And he's going to be tackled right around the 23, 24-yard line. Good return by Lonnie Rogers. And that's going to give them a little bit better field position than they've started with the touchbacks. So 1st and 10, third offensive possession for the Classen SAS Comets.
This is a possession that they have to try to put together a drive and put some sort of points up on the board. You don't want to get down big early on in the football game.
They're going to hand the football off. Burst up field to the running back. Gets to the 30. About a solid 5-yard gain. And that looks to be Elijah Green, who came in as he's typically a right wide receiver, but he can play a little running back there as well.
I like it. He's one of the best players on the team. Do whatever you can to put the football in his hands.
7-yard gain, 2nd and 3. They're going to hand the football off to the running back, and he's short of the first down marker. I think it's going to be 3rd down and short. Looks to be 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3. So another double tight situation, 2 tight ends. They're going to hand the football off. He's cutting it upfield. Can he get that first? He's really close. I think he's going to get it, Dylan.
Yeah, it's the extra effort that is going to move the chains for Classen, and that is their go-to man, Elijah Green, picks up the first down.
They needed that, and now they've got a little bit of momentum. They've found a little bit of success running the football. We'll see if they stay with it. The diamond formation, ball is snapped, hands off to the running back who's trying to find some room, but the push that the Bethany Broncos defense gave the Classen SAS Comets was tackled for a loss.
Yep, the Bethany Broncos defense really swarmed on that play to make it 2nd and long for Classen.
Under 7 minutes left in the first quarter. It's about 2nd and 12, a 2-yard loss by the Classen SAS Comets. They're going to switch sides, but diamond formation, ball is snapped. Quarterback's going to run left, try and find some room. I don't think he found much.
Nowhere to go, really, for Carlos on that quarterback keep. They ran it to the short side of the field, which if you run it to the wide side, he has way more room to work with. I think they were going to try to catch that defense off guard, but they didn't. So now it's 3rd and 10.
As the great Keith Jackson once said, nowhere to go but down. Shotgun formation. Ball is snapped. They're going to throw it. Hardiman throws. Has a man. Can he get it? Incomplete. Is there a flag? No flag.
Wow.
No flag on the play. Trying to hit number 7. That's Aaron Underwood out there. It was a one-on-one situation. Really good choice, but didn't quite complete the pass. So it's going to bring up, I guess, 4th down and 10. They may be going for it again.
It looks like it. The offense is still on the football field.
Ball is snapped. Hardiman drops back. He's looking to throw and does. Goes right back. Same play, but overthrew Aaron Underwood. So that's going to be a turnover on downs for the Classen SAS Comets and puts Bethany in another really solid field position right now on their 3rd offensive possession.
Yeah, I guess Classen does not believe in punting the football. That's 2 times they've gone for it on 4th down deep in their own territory. A little miscommunication between Carlos and Underwood on the play. Underwood was running an out to the sideline, and Carlos threw it deep. So now it's 1st down and 10 for the Bethany Broncos inside Classen territory.
And they are on the Classen 35-yard line, only 35 yards to go for the Bethany Broncos. And in a quarterback is Judson Gilliland, number 7. He gets the snap and fakes the handoff. He's going to keep it himself, but Aaron Underwood finds him, and he's going to tackle him for a solid loss. Big-time defensive play by the Classen SAS Comets, something we haven't quite seen yet. I know it's early, but that's their first really solid play defensively for the Comets.
I like that. That was Underwood taking out some of that frustration on the miscommunication between him and his quarterback. He bounces back on the defensive side and makes a big tackle.
Okay, 2nd and 10 for the Bethany Broncos. They've got trip receivers to the right. Ball is snapped. Gilliland runs right. He's looking to throw and does. Completes it to the 25. Gets down to about the 23-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bethany Broncos. Beautiful ball. I mean, he had time to throw when he ran to the right. Found the window and just played catch.
Yeah, bootleg to the right, found his man in that open window. It was 17, Alex Strutter on the catch. Now it's 1st down and 10 once again for the Bethany Broncos, and they are deep inside the Classen territory.
Shotgun formation, actually I formation with a fullback right there. Ball is snapped, hands off to the running back, up the middle, fighting through it, still on his feet. Solid, tough 9-yard gain before he's brought down. It's going to be short of the 1st down, but an 8-yard gain is what they're going to measure it out to be.
Yep, really
Bethany
nice.
Can run different formations and have different playing styles offensively. They're very versatile in that way.
And that's exactly what you want in a successful offense, is being versatile, keeping the defense on their toes. Now it's 2nd and about 3 to go to pick up the 1st down, and they're back in the I formation.
Gilliland under center. Gets the snap. Hands off to the fullback right up the middle. Still on his feet. Has the 1st down. Gets down to the 5. Really close to it. They may mark him at the 6 or 7 yard line. But Bethany's really doing what they can to run the football right now. And if you don't have to throw it, why would you?
Yeah, if you don't have to throw it, if you can get 1st downs by running the football, keep running it until they prove that they can stop it.
So they're getting the play call in from the offensive staff. And John Arthur is head coach of the Bethany Broncos. This is his 7th year as their head coach. I formation. Gilliland under center. Twin receivers to the left, the wide side of the field. Gilliland gets the snap, hands off to the running back. Just an off tackle that didn't get very much. Classen defense read that well and made the appropriate moves to defend it, and it's tackled for a loss.
Yep, huge play in the backfield by Elijah Green and Bogey Ramirez. They were both on that tackle to make it 2nd and long to go.
Yep, just under 3 minutes left. This is a 2nd down situation. I formation. Gillen gets the snap, fakes the handoff. He's looking to throw, trying to find room to run, has to maneuver around, and gets chased down and sacked by the Classen SAS defense. I think that was number 2.
It was 24 on the play, but we do not have a 24 on our roster, unfortunately.
I thought it was number 2.
It was 24. He came from that backside in.
I'm going to have to get my eyes checked, Dylan.
I got you, man. I got the old binoculars helping me out big time.
So that's a setback for the Bethany Broncos. It's now 3rd and 17. Probably going to have to make a pass attempt here. And one thing about the Comets of Classen SAS, they do have very athletic corners.
They sure do. Wouldn't be surprised if they throw another fade route.
Ball is snapped. Gilliland looks to throw. He's got time. Still in the pocket now. He has to take off, and he gets tackled. Really still up, surprisingly. Finally, they brought him down near the sideline. Not much of a game, if any at all. And it's going to bring up a 4th down and 17 situation. Do they kick a field goal or go for it?
They can kick a field goal. We already saw that their kicker has deep range, and he's back out on the field for a 3-point field goal attempt.
Trying to make it 17-0 if the field goal is made. Right now it's 14-0 lead by the Bethany Broncos. Minute 15 left in the first quarter. Here's the snap. Kick is up, and it is
Believe it or not, there's going to be a false start on the play, Swick. We've seen this one before tonight. And once again, it's going to be on Bethany.
5th penalty for the Bethany Broncos here tonight.
It's like they want to test the range of the kicker, Rustlin Calderon, for Bethany.
I'm not sure if there's a cadence issue or a communication issue between the place kick holder and the center, the long snapper. But there seems to be some sort of misconnection, right? So we're waiting on the extra point. I'm sorry, the field goal. This isn't an extra point. Kick is up, and it is good. So Bethany will go up 17-0 with about 1:04 left in the first quarter. We're going to stay right here. Pretty efficient kicking from the Bethany kicker, who's made quite a few attempts tonight.
Calderon, man, he has answered the call every single time he comes out there to kick it. There's been some penalty setbacks. He still makes the kick. Once again, he proves that he's got a leg. And now the kickoff team is going to be coming on the field for the Bethany Broncos. Classen back to receive.
And our scoring sponsor for tonight is First Security Bank. First Security Bank is proud sponsor of Oklahoma City Public School broadcast. And if you're looking for a bank to help make your dreams of becoming a homeowner or a business owner come true, let's First Security Bank make your dream a reality. First Security Bank, African-American owned, member FDIC. So we're 1:04 away from our first commercial break. We'll take one at the end of the first quarter. Bethany Broncos have been in control. They've had a really good field position to start off this game, but they've converted and utilized that into a 17-0 lead over the Classen SAS Comets. But Classen SAS is going to get another opportunity on offense. If they return this kick, it could be a touchback. We'll see here momentarily. Here's the kick now. Kind of a deep kick into the end zone. It is going to be a touchback.
Calderon, man, that dude has got a leg. Like I mentioned before, I think he's got a great opportunity to go kick in college. And this kid can really just boot it.
All right, so Carlos Hardiman back in at quarterback, number 1. Trying to find some rhythm, throwing the football. They've been hot and cold. We've seen some positive running plays, but we've seen some interceptions through the air. Here's a handoff. Running back gets maybe a yard. They gave it to the outback, Elijah Green, who went right off tackle and was quickly tackled not far after he passed the line of scrimmage. So 2-yard gain for the Classen SAS Comets. kind of a bunch formation. I call it a diamond formation. It's shotgun, but he's got 3 running backs behind and to the side of him. So they're going to hand off to the running back there, number 22. And I think he just got right back to the line of scrimmage. I don't think he made much positive yards on that play right there.
Yeah, that's Bogey Ramirez on the carry, but like I mentioned earlier on the previous drive, the run into the short side of the field, there's not a lot of green to work with.
And they need to utilize their speed. So they're on the left hash. 3rd down and 8 for the Classen SAS Comets, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. And we're going to take a 60-second commercial break. 60-second. We'll be right back. Quarter number 2. Bethany Broncos up 17-0 on top of the Classen SAS Comets. This is Friday Night Football here on PPBC TV and CBS Sports Radio 105.3 FM HD1, sponsored by Super Prep OK, Guiding Right Incorporated, and SSM Health at St. Anthony. We'll be right back.
Injuries don't wait for business hours. Now you can be seen 24/7 for sports injuries. Whether you have a sprain or a broken bone, at the SSM Health Bone and Joint Injury Clinic at 13401 Northwestern.
Hey, this right here is a fat butt. Everybody been hearing about it on the radio. You can come to my Midwest City location, 6003 Southeast 15, or you can go to my admin, 285 South Santa Fe. Come get you one of these taters.
Welcome back to Friday Night High School Football here on CBS Sports Radio 105.3 FM HD1 and streaming live on PPBC TV. We've got the score of 17-0. The Bethany Broncos with the lead over the Classen SAS Comets. And it's looking like it's a 4th and 10 situation for Classen SAS. And
make it 4th and 15, Swick. False start on Classen SAS. It's coming back, and Underwood is back to punt the football. It's going to be the first punt that we've seen from Classen tonight.
So back to return the kick for Bethany is number 21, and he's going to let it bounce a little bit, and it's going to go out of bounds. So it looks like Bethany's going to start out this offensive series right at their own 30-yard line. So they've got 70 yards to go with about 10 minutes, 53 seconds left in the second quarter. Stay tuned at halftime for our Love Student of the Month halftime show. We'll recap everything that's happened in the first half of this football game here tonight. We'll talk about expectations for the second half, and we'll give you some score updates from around the state of Oklahoma. I just saw a score update for the Oklahoma State football game, who happens to be playing on Friday night this week. They are up 10-7 on top of Kansas State.
Hey, not a bad start. Hopefully they can finish strong.
1st and 10, they're going to throw the football, burst up the field for about a yard, and the corner for Classen made a really, really good tackle to avoid the big play. So a short gain for the Bethany Broncos. It's going to be about 2nd down and 10.
That was number 24 again on the tackle for Classen SAS. I feel horrible we don't have his name and number on our roster because he's made multiple plays early on tonight in the game.
And it looks like Jackie Payne is back in the game at quarterback for Bethany. They will rotate quarterbacks throughout the game. In this series, it's Payne. Fakes a handoff, drops back, throws over the middle, has a receiver, intercepted at the 40.
It's Carlos Hardiman.
35-30, 25, still on his feet, pushed out of bounds inside the 20. Ball went right off the receiver's hands into the hands of Carlos Hardiman, who plays quarterback on offense and safety on defense, and he made the big play defensively for the Classen SAS Comets.
Wow.
Much needed
That was
play.
a huge play for Classen SAS. It's their leader, their quarterback, but he plays D-back like you mentioned before. Right place at the right time. Carlos Hardiman, big time.
So 1st and 10 for the Comets. They're going to hand off to Elijah Green. Bounces outside, trying to find some room. Cuts upfield for a short gain. Just maybe a couple yards, maybe 2 max. Probably actually about 1. We'll see where they line it up.
Yeah, about a 1.5-yard gain for Elijah Green. He tried to bounce it to the outside, but there was still nowhere to go. About 4 Broncos were there waiting for him on the outside.
2nd and 8, double tight, bunch set, diamond formation, hands off to 22, gets stuck right at the line of scrimmage. I don't think it was a gain, but I don't think it was a loss either. A kind of a stalemate at the original line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 8 for the Classen SAS Comets. Big 3rd down. They've got great field position. They want to build off that big, solid turnover they just got defensively. Got to turn it into points. Ball is snapped. Hardiman drops back. He's got a little time. Throws to the corner. Incomplete, overthrew Rogers. They're going to say pass interference.
I agree. I was just going to say there was a lot of contact on that play in the end zone. That was Hardiman trying to find his main man, Elijah Green, in the end zone, but Bethany was all over him, so it's going to be a pass interference on the Broncos.
And it's not a spot foul in high school, so it's just a 10-yard penalty.
Automatic first down.
And so being that it was 3rd and 9, it is automatic first down. And they needed that. Classen SAS needs to get on this scoreboard if they want to continue to, compete in this game. Down 17-0. They've got a little bit of a hill to climb. Hardiman's going to keep it, run right up the middle. Not sure where they'll spot him. He didn't get a whole lot of positive yardage, but he did get positive yards nonetheless.
So I guess the penalty in the end zone was not an automatic first down because I'm looking that was a 3rd down play, and now it's 4th and inches. This is a huge play for Classen SAS. You got to pick up this first down.
All right, do we have a timeout or an injured player here? Not sure why they stopped the clock. Yeah, I think they are going to bring out the chain gang possibly and measure the football in its spot. No, okay.
That's going to allow Bethany to substitute some players on defense.
So it's going to be first down. They're going to give him the first down. Ball is snapped. Hardiman's going to keep it. Runs up the field, gets to about the 2 or 3 yard line before he's brought down. It's going to be 2nd and goal at the 2.
Yep, quarterback power to the short side of the field. And now, like you said, about 2nd and 2 to go. They're just going to keep running the football, it looks like.
Ball is snapped. Hands off to 22. Can he get in? He's really close. I don't think they're going to give him the go-ahead touchdown. He's right there at the 1 yard line. 3rd down and goal at the 1. They've got to get 3 feet to get in the end zone.
I'm giving the ball to Elijah Green and letting him make a play.
Waiting on the snap. Here it is. Hands off to 22, and it's a dog pile at the goal line. And Bethany's defensive front really got some penetration and stopped Classen SAS from getting into that end zone. And Classen SAS is going to call a timeout here. It's now a 4th and 2 situation. What do you do here, Dylan?
Like I said, I would have done this on the previous play. You give the ball to Elijah Green, your best playmaker on offense, and let him go to work. They just ran the same play twice, a fullback dive right up the middle with Ramirez, and the Broncos sniffed it out. So now it's a tough 4th down situation, and they called the timeout to come up with something because this is kind of a must-score situation for Classen.
It is a must-score situation if they want to continue to stay in this game. This is a huge scoring opportunity. You literally can't get better field position, when it's when you're on the 2-yard line. And so we'll see. We'll see what they do here, but they really need to score a touchdown. They're not going to kick a field goal. That's not in their DNA. They are trying to get in the end zone, and it's a battle of will right now. And credit Bethany's defensive front for staying strong and playing solid goal line defense. And it starts with those big guys up front.
It sure does. Honestly, you might want to hit them with some confusion. Maybe a play-action pass, hit Elijah Green on a flare to the outside, let him work in the open field.
I think they're right there on the 4-yard line. I don't think that score.
Yeah, the last play was a loss.
Yeah, okay. Ball is snapped, 4th down. Hardiman's got to throw. Completes it, and that's not going to be good. It was right into the flats to number 3. I believe that's Mason Fletcher. And he did not get in the end zone. So Bethany's defense holds strong and avoids getting scored on by the Classen SAS offense, and it's turnover on down. So the Bethany Bronco offense is now back out on the field, and they've got a long way to go, about 95 yards, 96. But horrible field position, but they stopped Classen from scoring, and that's what's important. Shotgun formation. Payne gets it. He's going to run to the right, try to get a little bit of room to operate. Doesn't get much positive yards, but we'll see where they spot the football. Just under 7 minutes left in the second quarter. Huge series. The last series defensively for Bethany. I mean, when
no doubt about it.
When you're successful on defense and hold strong at the goal line and get the football back to give to your offense, that is just a huge confidence boost.
It really is. And they're going to do their best to capitalize on that scenario.
2nd and 8 for the Bethany Bronco offense. Under center. He's going to keep it himself, and he's going to be wrapped up for a loss. Classen SAS wasn't falling for any fakes on that play and got some pushback and made the tackle for a loss. It's going to bring up 3rd and maybe 10.
It's going to be about 3rd and 8. Phenomenal gang tackling by Classen SAS to make it a 3rd and long situation.
And the Broncos are going to call a timeout here. We're going to stay right here. And, again, I want to thank our sponsors for this broadcast and everybody tuning in to PPBC TV, streaming these games live here for the viewers of Oklahoma City. And our title sponsors, SSM Health at St. Anthony, Super Prep OK, and Guiding Right Incorporated. But also need to give a big shout out to State Farm agent Chuck Davis. Let State Farm agent Chuck Davis take care of all your insurance needs. Give him a call today, 405-378-8008. That's 378-8008 for State Farm agent Chuck Davis. And we appreciate him being one of our sponsors for Friday night high school football here on CBS Sports Radio, 105.3 FM HD1, and streaming live on PPBC TV. Big-time stuff. Let's see if we can't get a quick score update for the Oklahoma State game, who, again, are playing on this Friday night.
Yeah, it's a blackout in Stillwater tonight. The crowd's blacked out. The team's blacked out, all black unis. Hopefully they can get the dub.
Still 10-7, Oklahoma State lead with a little bit of time left in the second quarter. All right, so it's been all Bethany Broncos here tonight. Offensively and defensively, they've had the big goal line stand. They've also had a pick six for a touchdown earlier in this half. And now they've got the ball deep in their own territory and are trying to move the chains. 3rd down and 8 for the Broncos. Twins left. Quarterback's under center. Drops back, and we may have another false start penalty here. There is a yellow flag.
Yeah, there's going to be a flag. I don't know if it's going to be on the offense or defense. It's going to be on the offense, so it's going to be 3rd and very long for Bethany. They're kind of in a throw situation on this 3rd and long.
Now, they've got a 17-point lead, so it hasn't had much of an effect, but the Bethany Broncos have been committing quite a few penalties, way more than Classen SAS. It's just Classen SAS have not been successful going for it on 4th down tonight and then making that crucial interception mistake by their quarterback. So that's been the difference of this game tonight. So 3rd and long for the Bethany Broncos. Quarterback's under center, drops back. He's going to play action fake, throws it deep, has a receiver. Did he catch it? Is it a catch right there on the sideline?
I'm waiting for the ref signal.
I think it is. 1st down and 10 for the Bethany Broncos. He put he was throwing against the wind. So
the ball was just floating in the air for quite some time, and the receiver had to look back and find it. He does and makes a crucial catch on the sideline to get his team a 1st down. But
number 21.
It looks like there's a flag because the referee is calling the play all the way back to the goal line.
Okay. Well, that's unfortunate because Wyatt Gessler made a really good adjustment as a wide receiver to get that catch and keep his feet in bounds, but it's going to be all for nothing.
You're right, Swick. A lot of penalties on Bethany so far. The scoreboard doesn't show it, but
and usually when you commit that many penalties more than your opponent, you get in trouble with the scoreboard, but they've got a 17-point lead right now. 3rd and long, they're going to hand the football. No, they're going to fake the run, and quarterback's going to run it himself. Cannot escape the pocket. Classen defense does a great job of collapsing the pocket and making the sack. And he was close to a safety there.
He really was. He just got over the goal line. It was kind of one of those quarterback delayed draws up the middle. Classen was not fooled. Huge tackle. And now Bethany's going to punt the football with Elijah Green back to return
and
for the Classen SAS Comets.
They've got a punt from their own 2-yard line, so there's just not a lot of room here to punt the football. They get it off. Did it get blocked? I'm not sure. And that may have been touched.
I think it hit Carlos Hardiman in the leg because it was such a low punt.
Classen SAS touched the ball before – they touched the ball and then it became live, and Bethany's punt team was able to recover, so that gives them the ball back and gives them another offensive possession. The referees are talking it over just to make sure that's exactly what we saw, but I think that's the case. Huge mistake on special teams by the Classen SAS Comets. That is just so unfortunate. They were about to get the ball back in prime field position,
exactly.
But now they have to give it back to Bethany at their own, 25-yard line?
Yeah,
it's unfortunate.
So unfortunate because they're punting the ball into the wind, and the wind kind of kills the punt, so it's a really low punt, and Hardiman doesn't see it. It hits him in the back of the leg, and then Bethany Broncos right there to recover.
It was a weird punt. I almost thought it was, somebody got a hand on it, but that wasn't the case. So I formation for the Bethany Broncos here. They're going to hand off to the running back, but we've got another flag on the play.
Wow.
And false starts have just been a serious issue to the Bethany Broncos.
Yeah, I got a feeling that offensive line coach for Bethany is going to be real hot going into halftime. And they're not coached to do that. And these are just uncharacteristic mistakes.
Eighth penalty tonight for Bethany in the first half. There's
quite a bit, and a lot of those came from the field goal team.
There's just under 5 minutes left in the second quarter. Again, stay tuned for our Love's Student of the Month halftime show. We'll give you some updates on some other scores from around the state of Oklahoma and speculate on what we could possibly see in the second half. I think anything's possible right now. I formation for the Broncos. Ball is snapped, hands off to the running back. Burst upfield for about 1.5 yards, maybe 2. We'll see where they spot the football. They're going to say it was a 3-yard gain. That gets the clock going. And I'm not so sure if they're just all about, trying to put more points on the board. I think it's about running this clock and limiting the Classen SAS opportunities.
Yeah,
because if they don't have the ball, it's really hard for them to score.
No doubt about it. Still second and about 12 for Bethany, and they're running the football, not really forcing it into the air because the wind is a factor.
Payne is under center. Calls for motion. Drops back, fakes the handoff, has to go right, throws, and looks to be complete. Did he keep his feet in bounds?
Yeah,
and they're
he
going to
sure
say
did.
yes, and that's a 10-yard pass and catch, but they're still 2 yards short of the first down marker. Now, what that does do is stop the clock at 3 minutes 51 seconds. Plenty of time to work your offense, get down the field, and put some more points on the scoreboard. Shotgun formation now. Ball is snapped. Hands off to the running back. Burst upfield, has the first down and some more. Trying to fight, and he's going to be tackled right around the 43-yard line. But that is going to move the chains for the Bethany Broncos.
Yeah, that was number 28, Devontae Melton, running with a purpose in between the tackles to keep the chains moving for Bethany.
About 3.5, or close to it, 3:35 left in this second quarter. Bethany's moving at will up the field right now. Shotgun formation, ball is snapped, hands off to the running back. Cutting in and cutting out, got a solid 4-yard gain. It's going to be 2nd and 6 as they approach the 50-yard line right at the middle of the field. And I'm wondering, okay, no timeout yet. They're getting right back to the line of scrimmage. And
I have a
Jackie
feeling
Payne is still in at quarterback right now for the Broncos, overlooking the defense. Gets the snap, fakes the handoff, runs left. He's going to keep it himself, gets to the 45. We've got a flag on the play. Could be a holding call here, Dylan.
Yeah, he kind of threw it in the area of holding. If there's not a penalty on Bethany, that's going to be a first down, but it looks like it's coming back. You're right, Swick. It's a hold on the Bethany Broncos, so it's coming right back after they had a first down in sights.
Penalty number 9 for Bethany. And that's been drive killers. They don't have those penalties. They're up by a whole lot more than 17.
Yeah, you're exactly right
but
about
still
that.
in a really good, in a really good situation. When you're up 17-0 on this team, you're doing something right, but it could be better.
It sure could be. They got a 3-score lead, but they'd like to make it more than that going into halftime. I think they're just going to keep trying to run the ball, let the clock run out so Classen doesn't get another possession before halftime.
Classen defense running that 4-man front. Ball is snapped. Quarterback's going to run right. Throws. Complete. Wide open to the 50. 45. Gets pushed out of bounds right around the 43-yard line. They're in Classen SAS territory. So Bethany's making positive yards. They're moving up the field chunk by chunk, and that does stop the clock because he gets pushed out of bounds. 2:28 left here in the second quarter.
Yep.
First and 10, Bethany Broncos.
Bootleg right, and he hits his main man, number 21, Wyatt Gessler. He's been coming up big time so far for Bethany.
Payne under center, I formation. We've got a timeout called on by the Classen SAS defense. We're going to stay right here, though. Again, we'll take a few-minute timeout right around halftime and get the Love's Student of the Month halftime show underway. And speaking of Love's Student of the Month, I've got their information somewhere in front of me.
Okay, Swick, I got a score update for you. We are still at 10-7 in the first half. OSU is still on top. 1:59 left till halftime.
Interesting. We'll give you more score updates at halftime. Sponsored by Love Student of the Month. Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores would like to celebrate and recognize students who exemplify outstanding characteristics in the classroom and the community. Each and every month, a student will be selected as Student of the Month, and they'll automatically qualify for a $10,000 cash scholarship. So you can apply your child or another student today at kvsp.com. Rules and regulations do apply. And while you're doing that, you can stop by at Geronimo's Bakery, the legendary Geronimo's Bakery. They've got one of the best hamburgers in the city. And they've got donuts that will melt in your mouth. They're absolutely delicious. Geronimo's Bakery, legendary restaurant, been servicing Oklahoma City for decades, located at 1817 North Martin Luther King Avenue. Give them a call, 405-427-5893. All right, 1st and 10 for the Bethany Broncos. I formation, ball is snapped, play action fake. Payne has to throw, completes to the flats to the running back, has the first down, and gets slammed right at the 30-yard line. Beautiful tackle by the Classen SAS defensive back, Dylan.
That was the quarterback that delivered the hit of the night. Carlos Hardiman bringing the wood on that tackle. The only bad thing is Bethany still picks up the first down, regardless of the big hit.
I think that was a message, though. I sense the frustration from
there was
Carlos
a lot
Hardiman.
of frustration behind that hit stick.
Beautiful form tackle. I mean, that's Sports Center worthy right there. 2-16.
I'm just so glad they didn't throw a flag on it.
Let's see, shotgun formation, 3 receivers to the right, 1 man in motion. Now he goes back. Ball is snapped, throws, tried to hit his receiver on an out route, incomplete. That's going to stop the clock, bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Bethany Broncos, who have a 17-0 lead right now with 2 minutes, 13 seconds left in the second quarter.
Bethany got really lucky on that. If that ball is thrown perfect and not short, Elijah Green is taken off to the end zone for a pick 6.
All right, so trip receivers to the right, the wide side of the field. You got 1 running back behind quarterback Payne. Gets the snap, fakes the run, but kept it himself, and he's sacked in the backfield by the Classen SAS defense. Number 24 got to the quarterback and made the play. That's a significant loss for the Bethany Broncos, and that may take them out of field goal position here.
You never know. We've seen Bethany's kicker. He's got a boot for a leg. But this is going to be 3rd and very long to go. Depending on how much yardage they pick up on this 3rd down play, they may go for it or kick.
It's going to be about 3rd and 16 here. So waiting on the ball to get snapped. 3 receivers split. Ball is snapped. Payne's looking to throw, has time, throws, intercepted. Still on his feet by Elijah Green. 25-30. Gets pushed, gets tackled really close to the 30-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 29. A huge defensive play by the Classen SAS Comets to secure that turnover and stop Bethany from adding more points on the board. Now there's 1:20 left here in the second quarter. There's just not enough time for Classen SAS to put some points on the board. It's going to be really difficult. I imagine they're going to go for the big play here.
Yeah, you got to. You got to put the ball in the air. We haven't seen them throw it a lot tonight. Now they're in the spread formation.
Hardiman, empty set, gets the snap, trying to avoid the rushers, throws, incomplete or complete?
I think it's going to be a complete pass. Maybe not. It was hard to see on the whole other side of the field. Looks like the offense is coming back to the original line of scrimmage, so 2nd and 10 to go.
All right, what that does do is stop the clock. And Classen SAS has 2 timeouts.
You got Elijah Green one-on-one coverage down here. Throw a fade route to him.
And he's looking at him. Now he has to avoid the rush. Hardiman steps back here. He's going to run. Gets positive yards, cuts back inside. It's about an 8-yard gain, but that keeps the clock rolling. May consider a timeout here.
Yeah.
If you're the Classen SAS
not sure why he didn't
do
his best to get out of bounds, because now the clock is running, like you said.
And there is no timeout. They get back to the line of scrimmage. Okay, now we've got a timeout. Again, we're going to stay right here. Stay tuned for our Love Student of the Month halftime show. Broncos of Bethany up top, on top, 17-0 on top of the Classen SAS Comets. Classen with the football, just trying to put some points on the board. Not a whole lot of time to work with before halftime. So we'll see what happens here momentarily after they get done with their timeout. Big O's Pork and Dreams Barbecue is the sponsor for our player of the game, so stay tuned for the ending of the game. We'll announce the Big O's Pork and Dreams Barbecue player of the game, and Dylan will be the one announcing that, and Big O's Pork and Dreams Barbecue has 2 great locations, one in Edmond off South Santa Fe Avenue and Edmond Road, and the other location is in Midwest City off Southeast 15th Street. Stop by Big O's Pork and Dreams Barbecue for lunch or dinner, and Big O will make your barbecue dreams come true. And he's done that for me time and time again.
Yes, and he has done the exact same thing for me. I love those stuffed potatoes that he's got over there at Big O's Pork and Dreams.
A lot of food.
Go get you a loaded tater. You will not regret it.
That's right. So, shotgun formation. 4 receivers split, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Hardiman gets the ball, has to move around in the pocket to avoid the pass rushers. Throws, intercepted by Bethany.
There is a flag on the play, though.
We'll
if
see
it's against Classen, Bethany's going to decline the penalty and take the interception.
We'll see what the actual penalty is for specifically and who's responsible. And it's holding on the offense. The penalties declined, so it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Bethany Broncos.
With plenty of time to get in the end zone. They got 30 seconds to work with.
And 2 timeouts.
2 timeouts,
a 17-point
really good
lead.
So they're looking for a touchdown, but if they can't get that, then they got a kicker who can deliver from deep.
46-yard line, Classen SAS territory. Can Bethany put some more points on the scoreboard? Shotgun formation. Trip receivers to the left. 1 man in motion. Receiver on the right. Ball is snapped. Payne looks to throw. No, it's Gilliland. He's throwing deep. Overthrows his receiver. Incomplete. That'll stop the clock. 24 seconds left. 2nd down and 10 for the Bethany Broncos.
Really good coverage by Classen SAS, not giving up the big play. Staying disciplined on that back end. That's going to be huge right now if they want to get out of here only down 17 and nothing more.
Classen SAS had the interception offensively, and they've had a couple 4th downs that they could not convert, and that's been the difference in this game so far. Quick out route or comeback route complete from the quarterback to the wide receiver for about a 4-yard gain.
Quarterback to the quarterback. That was actually Jackie Payne lined up at receiver. He normally plays quarterback, but with that size advantage, why not go to him? He's 6'2", 165 pounds.
And they're going to call a timeout. We're going to stay right here. Stay tuned for our Love Student of the Month halftime show. Also, want to make sure you give Super Prep a follow. Super Prep's the premier sports outlet featuring the very best in high school and college student athletes here in the city, the state, and the nation. Super Prep can be heard on CBS Sports Radio 105.3 FM, and you can find them on all social media platforms as Super Prep OK. And if you want to stay in the know of high school athletes and find out who's really been excelling on the football field and the basketball court, the tennis court, and the golf course, they just do a great job of covering high school athletics here in the state of Oklahoma. And you should give them a follow if you want to stay in the know regarding high school sports here in the state of Oklahoma, and many of which, they'll announce where they're going to play collegiately, and Super Prep does a great job of kind of covering those events as well.
I got a score update for you. A lot has happened since I last looked at the score. The Oklahoma State Cowboys are up 20-7 now with 34 seconds left before halftime.
Interesting.
Quick 10 points put on the board by the Pokes.
Very interesting stuff happening in
Weird
Stillwater.
stuff happens on Friday night college games.
It really does. It really does. So here's the situation here at Moses F. Miller Stadium. Bethany has the football. They've got a 17-point lead with 17 seconds left in the half. Gilliland throws over the middle, complete, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, another touchdown by the Bethany Broncos, and they score with 7 seconds left in the second quarter to go up 23-0. Could be 24 pending an extra point. Really good execution offensively this possession by the Bethany Broncos.
Yeah, he found his main man once again, 21, Wyatt Gessler, on the deep post and then he cuts it back, bounces it outside, takes it to the crib for another touchdown.
And we're going to see an extra point here. Ball is snapped. We've got another flag. Could
No
it be
way.
another false start?
A flag on a field goal. We have not seen this yet tonight, sarcastically.
Well, it's not a field goal. It's an extra point. And we have seen it, I think, 6 or 7 times tonight.
Yeah.
That is the 10th penalty.
Kind of
this
wild.
half.
Kind of wild.
That's
right when I
penalty
said,
number 10 for Bethany, and yet they're in control of this game.
And Calderon, he keeps making the field goals. Here he is again, lined up from deep. We've seen what he can do.
Waiting on the snap here. Here it is. Kick is up. And it is good. The score is 24-0. Bethany Broncos came out with the lead over the Classen SAS Comets. 7 seconds left until halftime. Kind of a shocking chain of events here tonight at Moses F. Miller Stadium. Wind is blowing pretty heavily from the south towards southwest.
Yeah, we can feel it up here in the press box.
It's about as chilly as I've experienced here lately. I know it's been a hot summer, but be careful what you ask for.
Yeah,
Dylan.
the cold front came in quick today in Oklahoma City. Thank you for letting me know I need to wear a hoodie tonight.
So Classen SAS doesn't have a lot of time to score before halftime. Only 7 seconds remain. If they want to score, they're probably going to have to take this kickoff back for a touchdown, and that is if they even get the kick. The kicker, what's his name?
Calderon. He's going to kick it out of the back of the end zone. That's what I would do.
That's against the wind now. He's been kicking with the wind here majority of this first half.
He's lived up to every challenge they have thrown in front of him tonight. The kid is money.
Elijah Green, Aaron Underwood, and I believe Lonnie Rogers is back to return the kick for Classen SAS, who's desperate to put some points on the scoreboard right now. They know they're a better team than what the scoreboard indicates, and I know Coach Travis Burdine believes that as well. All right, so we'll see what Bethany does here with the kick and kind of a pooch kick and kind of a loose ball, and I think Bethany got it.
I think they did too, Swick.
Did they? Yeah, I think it's going to be
I think it's going to be Bronco football with 5 seconds left to go before half.
4 now. They
Holy
may go back.
cow.
They may go back and readjust the clock because right now it says 4.
Yeah, Classen was not prepared whatsoever for that pooch
Deep
kick.
onside.
Yeah, deep pooch kick, executed to perfection.
And those upbacks who are there for more blocking purposes, when they start trying to catch the football.
I think we're wrong, Swick. It looks like Klassen's going to come out on offense.
Okay, well, it was hard to see because so many different players touched the ball for both teams. But they're going to say Classen football, and Hardeman's going to get it and kneel it out, and that's going to be the end of our first half. The Bethany Broncos have the lead 24-0 over the Classen SAS Comets at halftime. We're going to take about a 10 to 12 minute break, and we will come back for the Love's Student of the Month halftime show. As a matter of fact, 15-minute break. I'm sorry. I'm being told by our producer right now, 15 minutes. And we'll be back and discuss what happened this first half and what adjustments need to be made going into the second half. We'll also give you some score updates from some other high school football games from around the state. So stay with us. Thank you for tuning in to CBS Sports Radio 105.3 FM HD1, as well as streaming online, PPBC TV. We'll be back shortly. Friday night high school football sponsored by SSM Health at St. Anthony, Super Prep OK, and Guiding Right Incorporated. We'll be back shortly.
This is our Love's Travel Stop Student of the Month, Kiana Tubbs, from Cristo Rey, OKC Catholic High School. Thanks for joining us, Kiana.
Thank you guys for having me.
So I heard that you currently have a 4.2857 GPA.
Yes.
That is really impressive. Can you tell us a little bit about what motivates you in school?
So what motivates me in school is just kind of wanting to go to the higher levels, so wanting to go to college, but also having a support system in my family and friends and just wanting to make them proud. So student government, I'm involved as the student body president, so I had to run and be elected for student body president.
I also heard that you have plans to attend Howard University and pursue a career as a criminal defense attorney. What led to that career choice, and was that always something you wanted to do?
So I've always been into like politics and law, but I didn't exactly know what I wanted to do in that area. And so I combined my passion of helping people, and so that's kind of how I came up with criminal defense attorney. It's helping people when they're in a position where they can't help themselves.
Hey, this right here is a fat butt. Everybody been hearing about it on the radio. You can come to my Midwest City location, 6003 Southeast 15, or you can go to my admin, 285 South Santa Fe. Come get you one of these taters.
Injuries don't wait. For business hours, now you can be seen 24/7 for sports injuries. Whether you have a sprain or a broken bone, at the SSM Health Bone and Joint Injury Clinic at 13401 Northwestern.
And we are back. Welcome to the Love Student of the Month halftime show here on PPBC TV and CBS Sports Radio 105.3 FM HD1. Our halftime score at halftime. Bethany Broncos 24, Classen SAS Comets 0. 24-0 halftime score for Bethany, and they've been in control this entire first half. They've capitalized on the really good field position. They've made the plays offensively when it mattered the most as time was expiring in the second quarter, had that late touchdown to make it 24. We were all set to go to halftime with the score being 17-0, but they got that extra touchdown in. They also had that pick six earlier in the game, and Classen SAS offense has really been struggling on third and fourth down, moving the chains, and they've been turning the ball over on downs and giving the ball back to Bethany, and they've been able to get some points on the board, and that's kind of where we're at so far in this first half. What are your expectations in the second half, Dylan?
Well, whenever Classen gets the ball on offense, and if they do get into the Broncos territory like we saw, I mean, they are deep into the territory, literally on the 3-yard line to score, and they just couldn't put it in the end zone. That's kind of the difference, and that's why the score is such a wide margin at this point, because, I mean, they've been getting opportunities, but they just can't capitalize. They haven't finished a drive yet tonight, and whenever they get those interceptions, you got Carlos Hartman with the pick, you had Elijah Green with the pick, they just couldn't get points on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they've got to turn those turnovers that they get on defense into points on the scoreboard, and they just haven't been able to do that so far. We'll see how this second half operates. I know Classen SAS is going to get the football to start the second half, and it's going to be really important for them to get a touchdown and at least to put some kind of points on the scoreboard in this first offensive possession of the third quarter. We've got a couple score updates from around the state of Oklahoma and other high school football games. How about Class 4A, since this is a Class 4A District 2 matchup here tonight between Classen SAS and Bethany. The Clinton Red Tornadoes are up 17-0 on top of the Weatherford Eagles at halftime. Tight score in the Tuttle game. Tuttle Tigers taking on the Blanchard Lions, 6-0 Tuttle at halftime. How about the Newcastle Racers? They're up 21-3 at half over the Bridge Creek Bobcats going into the second half. Let's see if there's any other ones here. Skytook is down 40-0 to Miami. Fort Gibson's up 21-0 on Stillwell. Those are a few other Class 4A scores. Let's move up to 5A real quick for the fun of it. And I'm having some internet issues here momentarily. I apologize. Okay, Del City's up on Sepulpa 12-0 at half. And
it's a little closer than I expected, to be honest.
Much closer than I expected. Let's see. I'm sorry.
I got some scores for you, brother.
Save me.
I got you, man. The Squirtle app, man, it's where you need to be to check high school scores. Claremore is up on Pryor, 27-16.
How about that Carl Albert score there?
Oh, my goodness. 69-0 at half. I have a feeling they're going to have a running clock in the second half.
Probably. What about
close game? Guthrie is up on Bishop McGinnis, 7-0.
Guthrie's undefeated so far this year in Class 5A.
Yep. Collinsville is up on Nathan Hale, 21-6.
And Shawnee.
Another close game. Noble and Duncan. Noble's on top of Duncan, 14-10. Shawnee is up 13-0 on John Marshall.
And the Altus and Elgin's up 42-0. Elgin, I believe, is also undefeated this year.
Yeah, another close game. Piedmont is tied with Lawton Eisenhower, 13-all.
That's pretty good.
My Bombers are tied with El Reno, 7-7 at halftime.
That's an interesting score as well. All right, well, we're going to get this thing started here momentarily as the kick return team is about to run out onto the field for Classen SAS. I know they desperately need to score to cut the deficit a little bit, and I think it would, if they were able to do that, it would be a huge confidence boost for this football team led by head coach Travis Burdine. And it's kind of interesting to think that Bethany has a 24-point lead, but they've had 10 penalties in the first half.
Yeah, that is a
lot of false starts.
Yep, you're exactly right. That O-line, I'm sure they got a good old talking to by that O-line coach at halftime. He may have ripped into them to try to get their mind right for this second half of football.
Okay, I was wrong. I forgot that Classen SAS actually received the opening kickoff to start the game, so that means Bethany's going to get the football to start this third quarter, and that's pretty good situation when you're already up 24-0.
Yeah, it definitely is. They got 2-man back to receive the kick. It's going to be number 2 for Bethany.
Chilly
Cooper
night
Johnson.
here in Oklahoma City. I mean,
it is October.
The football weather has arrived. It's 61 out with the wind blowing towards the southwest. And Bethany's going to receive the kick at the 15. It's the 20, 25, 30. He's got one man to beat. 50-yard line, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, and touchdown. Bethany takes the opening kickoff for a touchdown. The opening kickoff in the third quarter to make it 30-0. 31 pending an extra point. Unbelievable play on special teams for the Bethany Broncos.
Yeah, that's been their go-to all night at receiver. The junior, 21, Wyatt Gessler, takes the kickoff back to the residence to put his team up even bigger.
85-yard kick return. That was a beauty.
Yeah, that kid
well
can
blocked.
do everything. He does it on offense, special teams, and defense.
And here's the snap. Extra point is up, and it is good. The Bethany Broncos immediately score again. First play in the third quarter to go up 31-0.
That is a gut punch to the Classen SAS Comets. I mean, to start the second half, you're already down by a lot, and then the Broncos break one off to the crib right off the jump. So now we'll see how they can respond to an adversity-type situation.
Yeah, if you were looking for any kind of confidence on that play, it's really tough to find. Really tough to find, and that makes the job that much more difficult going forward. And Classen SAS, the best way they can answer is with a special teams touchdown for themselves.
That would be ideal. If they don't, then they got to throw the football on offense. They tried to come out and run it in the first half, didn't have much success. You got to air it out. Throw it to Aaron Underwood. Throw it to Elijah Green. They can do it. You just got to put it in their hands.
We've seen Bethany's kickoff team kick for touchbacks. We've seen deep onsides. They've faked the onside. You never know really what they're going to do until they do it. And the wind is blowing at their faces, so they're going to kick another deep onside. And it's going to be caught by, fair catch, right around the 28-yard line. 1st and 10 Classen SAS. You're down 31-0. I mean, you go run or pass here, right? I mean,
I passed the football.
Yeah.
I just talked about it. You have the weapons on the outside that can make plays in space. You just got to get the football to them. The offensive line has to give time for Hardiman to throw the football.
Shotgun formation, 3 running backs to the right. Ball is snapped, hands off to Elijah Green, who gets hit right at the line of scrimmage, maybe even for a loss here. We'll see where they mark the football, but not much positive production on that first play offensively for Classen SAS.
Yeah, I mean, Bethany is expecting the run. They don't have any safeties back protecting deep. They're all right up close. They're stuffing the box. They're expecting the run. They're daring Classen to throw the football.
Unique formation here we've seen all night long for Classen SAS. They're going to hand the ball off right up the middle. He's got the first down. Gets tackled close to the 45-yard line. That was a solid 13-yard run right up the middle. Found a gap in the defense. Was able to move the chains there on that play.
Exactly what you needed. You answered the call. The chains are moving. Now it's 1st down and 10.
Yeah, there's a safe play. Hands off to Elijah Green. Gets another chunk yardage there. Solid 5-yard gain. It's going to be 2nd and 5 for the Classen SAS Comets.
The first time we covered Classen, they just aired it out, and I would assume tonight the wind might be the factor on why they're not throwing the football.
2nd and 5 here for the Classen SAS Comets. Ball is snapped. Hands off to the running back and gets stifled right at the line of scrimmage. So it's going to bring 3rd and maybe 6 here for the Comets, who are desperate to get into the end zone. If they only had Crazy Legs Harbiston, though, who is the man, the myth, the legend. We don't really know if he's still around. He's one of the top running backs back in the 70s. And ball is snapped. Throw it over the middle. Incomplete pass and almost intercepted by Carlos Hardiman. Well, no, he was the one throwing the pass.
Yeah.
But incomplete. It's going to bring up a 4th down situation here.
And I think that, they have really no choice but to go for it, being down what they are down by, 31-0. You got to go for it, and this is a huge 4th down.
Could be a quick punt, could be a run, and that looks to be the case. And he's got room to run. He's going to get the 1st down. He needed 6 yards. He got about 8. That was big-time play on 4th down by the Classen SAS Comets, and there's signs of life.
And what did I say? You put the ball in your playmaker's hand. That is actually the receiver, Aaron Underwood, took the direct snap to come up with that huge 1st down.
Now they got a little momentum, and they hand off to Elijah Green, who gets tackled right at the line of scrimmage. There's nowhere
to go.
There's no strategery with that play.
No.
Bethany's defense read it like a children's book and acted and really made it tough for Elijah Green to find any room to run on that play. 2nd and 11, 1-yard loss for Classen. Ball is snapped. Quarterback's going to keep it himself. Got some more positive yards. Not very many.
Maybe a yard on the play to get back to the original.
Oh, they're going to say he
scrimmage.
gave up the football, and the referee
no.
agrees. It's a fumble, and the Bethany Broncos have recovered. Got the football back as soon as Classen SAS starts to, gain some confidence offensively, start moving the football, convert a 4th down. And now they give the ball up with a fumble. That's just devastating.
It really is. A lot of unfortunate things have happened to Classen. Like the punt where it hits Carlos in the back of the leg and then Bethany jumps on top of it. It's kind of been one of those games tonight.
Turnovers have been an issue for the Comets. Here's Bethany. Quick screen to the wide receiver on the short side of the field. He got positive yards, maybe 5-6 yards. We'll see where they mark the football. He went out of bounds violently.
Yeah, he sure did. Classen's really frustrated, and it's showing. They're still playing tough, though, which is all you can ask if you're the head coach.
They're going to mark the ball at the 48-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and about 6. 2nd and 7. My fault. Ball is snapped. Hands off to the running back. Gets close. Are they going to – it looks like he got the extra yard needed to convert the 1st down. We'll see where they mark him. He may be a little short.
Yeah, I think it's going to be 3rd and inches. The referee has the spot just some inches prior to getting that 1st down.
So 3rd and inches. They're in Classen SAS territory now.
Probably going to hand it off to Melton right up the middle again to try to convert.
Ball is snapped. You're right. It gives it to Melton. He's got the 1st down, a nice 3-yard carry. That's going to move the chains and give them another set of downs to operate offensively as they make their way towards the end zone.
Nothing fancy on that play, Swig, just right up the middle. The O-line gives them the running lane to convert, and the chains are moving again. 1st down and 10 for Bethany.
All right, shotgun formation. Jackie Payne is in at quarterback for Bethany. Fakes the run, throws the wide receiver screen, burst upfield for a solid 7-yard gain. Beautiful execution by the Bethany Broncos. He had the option to give the running back the ball, pulled it back, and chose to throw it to the wide receiver in the flats.
Yep, that was Gessler again on the catch. He's been killing Classen all night tonight.
2nd and 3 for the Broncos. They're up 31-0 right now. Ball is snapped. He's going to throw, and miscommunication with the wide receiver. There was nobody over there.
He was trying to hit Gessler again, but Gessler was going straight, and the quarterback threw it to the out-of-bounds line. Like you said, miscommunication. 3rd and about 4 to go to pick up this first down for Bethany.
And that will stop the clock, 7:48 on the clock here. So, let's see, 3rd and 3, according to the referees. Let's see. Are we going to have a timeout here? I'm sorry. They're trying to get the ball marked correctly, and they do. Waiting on the snap. Handoff to, let's see, number 17, who bursts up the field for about a 12-yard run. We've got a flag on the play. Late flag.
Yeah, I think it's going to be on a Bethany Broncos football player.
Could be a possible holding situation here.
Maybe some unnecessary roughness away from the football. Yep.
Okay.
That's what it's going to be, a late shove in the back, far away from the play.
So that is a 15-yard penalty, and that's going to be a little bit of a setback here for the Bethany Broncos. They like what it looks like on the scoreboard, but they still want to add more points on there. And that's a little bit detrimental on what they're trying to do here, this offensive series. And there's some late substitutions here. Got to get the ball spotted correctly.
I would imagine they're probably pulling the guy that committed that penalty. They had a really clean drive going.
That's not what Coach Arthur is about, you know. That's not what he coaches in practice. And when you get unsportsmanlike penalties and, you know, things like that, and it's really a problem that you got to fix on the spot.
Yeah, you got to fix it. I mean, you're getting deep into district play.
Quarterback Payne's under center, I formation. Ball is snapped, hands off to the running back, bounces out to the right, has the first down and a yard more. I think that's going to continue to move the chains. And they're getting into the red zone. They're right there on the outside of it, looking in.
That was Cade Sweat on the carry to come up with that first down run for the Broncos. He's a 5'8" senior running back.
They've really found some momentum giving the football to Alex Strotter, the senior running back. And there's a timeout there on the play. We're going to stay right here. Score's 31-0.
I'm going to check that Oklahoma
Bethany
State
Broncos
score.
are up 31-0 on the Classen SAS Comets. Our title sponsor for this broadcast, SSM Health at St. Anthony, Super Prep, and Guiding Right Incorporated. Also sponsoring the broadcast is First Security Bank, Pollard Funeral Home, Geronimo's Bakery, Love's Student of the Month, Big O's Pork and Dreams Barbecue, State Farm Agent Chuck Davis, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. And we want to thank everybody that's tuned in tonight on PPBC TV, streaming live anywhere in the world. And we're also broadcasting on the radio, CBS Sports Radio, 105.3 FM, HD1. So it's going to be first and long. What do we got here? 23-7, Oklahoma State on top of Kansas State.
And OSU has the football. They're driving again. First down and 10.
Solid performance. As soon as you start to give up on the pokes, they prove you wrong.
They got a little fight left. They're not, laying down and giving up on the season.
That's right. I formation here for Bethany. Ball is snapped. He's going to play action fake, keep it himself, throws it to the 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Bethany Broncos. Number 23, I believe, and that is
Cade Sweat.
Really, really good execution offensively. Threw off the Classen SAS defense, and Bethany found the end zone once again to make it 37-0. 38 pending an extra point.
Yep, beautiful wheel route out of the running back position by the senior Cade Sweat. His first touchdown on the night for the Broncos.
Just under 7 minutes left in this third quarter. Waiting on the snap. Here it is. Kick is up, and it is good. So 38-0, the Bethany Broncos on top of the Classen SAS Comets. Tell you what, we're going to take a 30-second break, and we'll come back and see if Classen SAS's offense can capitalize on this next offensive possession. Stay with us. You're listening, and you're watching on PPBC TV, CBS Sports Radio, 105.3 FM, HD1. This is Friday Night Football, sponsored by SSM Health at St. Anthony, Super Prep, and Guiding Right Incorporated. We'll be back.
Hey, this right here is a fat butt. Everybody been hearing about it on the radio. You can come to my Midwest City location, 6003 Southeast 15, or you can go to my admin, 285 South Santa Fe. Come get you one of these taters.
Injuries don't wait. For business hours, now you can be seen 24/7 for sports injuries. Whether you have a sprain or a broken bone, at the SSM Health Bone and Joint Injury Clinic at 13401 Northwestern.
Welcome back to Friday Night Football here on CBS Sports Radio, 105.3 FM, HD1. Streaming live on PPBC TV. We've got a score of 38-0. The Bethany Broncos with a 38-point lead over the Classen SAS Comets. 6 minutes, 50 seconds left in the third quarter. Classen SAS has the football, first down at 10 from their own 38-yard line. Ball is snapped. Hardiman drops back, has to run right. Throws, completes to the running back over in the flats, and I think he may have only gotten back to the line of scrimmage. Could be a 1-yard loss, in fact.
Yeah, I think you're right about that one, Swick. Nowhere to go. I mean, there were 3 defenders led by 22 Garrett Johnson to make the tackle for Bethany. They're flying around on defense
Went
tonight.
through his progressions, couldn't find anybody open, and had to check down to the running back. Empty backfield. Ball is snapped. Hardiman has to run left. We've got the play called dead. I think it's a false start this time on Classen SAS. They've been pretty, they've been doing pretty well regarding penalties on the Classen side.
Yeah, they played a clean game as far as the penalties go.
But on that specific play, that is a setback, and that's going to back them up a few yards, and that's going to be really close to 2nd and 15. 2nd and 14, actually. 4 receiver split, 2 on each side. Hardiman drops back, has to run to his right. Is he going to throw? Yes. Incomplete. Tried to hit the receiver on a comeback round the middle of the field. Was not successful. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and long situation for Classen SAS. Just struggling to find any kind of momentum offensively here in the second half.
Yeah, they're struggling on the ground, and they're putting Carlos Hardiman in a tough situation where it's kind of a must-throw situation, and Bethany's just sitting back waiting on it.
Ball is snapped. Hardiman has to run left to avoid and almost intercepted. Did he intercept it?
I think he did intercept the football. Another turnover for the Classen SAS Comets. Really tough time to turn the ball over. You're trying to come back in this second half of the football game, and not much has gone right for you.
Not at all. Turnovers have been the number one issue for the Comets tonight, and the scoreboard reflects that, being down 38-0. 5:41 left in the third quarter. So Bethany's offense back out on the field, and they've got a different quarterback in as well, Judson Gilliland. Ball is snapped. He's going to hand off to the running back, Alex Strotter, number 17, the senior running back for Bethany, gets a short gain. And you can tell that Gilliland is like waiting to the very last second to make a decision on if he's going to give the ball to the running back or if he's going to keep it himself or even keep it himself and drop back for a pass. He's really debating that at the line of scrimmage, and at the last second he did give it to the running back for a very small game. I think it may be 1 yard right now. Second down and 9. Ball is snapped. Hands off to Melton. Still fighting, and he has positive yards. It's not very much, about 2, maybe 3. It's going to bring up a third down situation in about 6 or 7. He'll be 6 or 7 yards away from from converting.
The other quarterback is lined up out wide right here. Jackie Payne, the outside receiver for the Broncos, also plays quarterback.
He's
and they're
playing
giving
wide
him a lot of
receiver
space.
here.
Yeah, they're playing soft coverage.
Trip receivers to the left. 1 running back, 1 man in motion. He's going to go back. Ball is snapped. Gilliland takes a big hit in the backfield by Aaron Underwood, who blitzed. And Gilliland never saw him coming, and Aaron Underwood made him pay.
Aaron Underwood delivering the hit stick for the Classen SAS Comets. You know, he's frustrated. He's a playmaker. Hasn't seen many passes come his way on offense. So what a way to, implement your presence on the football field and then deliver that big hit.
And so that's going to bring up 4th down, and Bethany is going to punt the football to Classen SAS. There is the punt, and it's going to bounce inside the 20, right around the 15-yard line is where they're going to mark the football. And it's going to be 1st and 10 from their own 15-yard line for the Classen SAS Comets. Got to figure out how to get some momentum here and not turn over the football. And, penalties have, for the most part, haven't been an issue for Classen SAS until this third quarter. So now they're dealing with some adversity, and it's about just not even looking at the scoreboard, but just putting your head down and working. And it's all about the next play and controlling what you can control. Hardiman gets the snap, drops back. He runs left. He's going to keep it. Got a few yards, two maybe?
Yeah, maybe a 2-yard quarterback run by Hardiman. He's looking downfield, but none of the receivers are open, so he's forced to tuck the ball and run and does his best job to pick up a couple yards.
3 minutes, 10 seconds left in the third quarter. 4 receivers split, 3 to the wide side of the field. Classen's looking to make a big play. Ball is snapped. Hardiman drops back. He's running for his life, trying to find an open receiver. He's going to keep it himself. No, he's going to throw it late. Incomplete pass. I thought he was really close to the line of scrimmage, but still behind it. And so that is an incomplete pass, and that's going to stop the clock at 2:51 left in the third.
Got to give a lot of credit to these defensive backs for Bethany Broncos. They have lived up to the task at hand, and that is guarding Underwood and Elijah Green one-on-one in space.
And that's really, really tough to do. Those are 2 of the more athletic wide receivers in Class 4A, to be honest. Here's Hardiman. He's going to keep it himself, and I think he's going to be tackled for a loss. It was a designed quarterback run, and that's going to bring up a 4th down situation for the Classen SAS Comets. And, down 38-0. I mean, you kind of have to go for it, I guess.
I mean, they went for it deep in their own territory to start the football game in the first quarter. Why not go for it again now?
Right.
What do you got to lose? You're down 38-0.
4 receivers split, actually 5. And bad snap. Hardiman picks it up, and now he's going to keep it and moves up left. That's Underwood with the football, and he's got the first down.
Are you kidding me?
What a play.
It was a busted play. He fumbled the snap, just picks up the football. He's pressured in the backfield, makes 2 guys miss, and then takes off up the sideline to get the chains moving. Underwood, that kid is special.
And that was a big-time play to keep the drive alive. Otherwise, they were going to turn over the ball on downs.
Nice to have an athlete as your punter. Goodness gracious.
Ball is snapped. Hardiman hands off to the running back right up the middle. A short gain of 1 or 2 yards.
Yeah, he hands the ball off to Elijah Green, just not much room to work with on the play. The D-line wins that play as far as the line of scrimmage goes, and it's going to be second and about 8 for the Comets.
Under 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Ball is snapped. Hardiman gives off to the running back again. This time it was Elijah Green. Got another 2 or 3 yards.
Same play, same exact play. Once again, Elijah Green up the middle. Not much room, gets about a yard or 2, best he could get. Now it's 3rd and 6 to go.
Bethany's defensive line has done a really good job of clogging the running lanes for the most part in this game. And they clog it again. They give it to the running back. Gets to the line of scrimmage, stifled.
Yeah, I don't understand why on 3rd and long you're running the football up the middle once again. That's 3 times in a row. They're trying to run the ball right up the gut. Unsuccessful. At some point, you have to throw the football. And now Underwood is back to punt again. We'll see if he ends up taking off.
4th and 6. Looks like they're going to go for it. Underwood has it. Runs to his left. Throws incomplete. Almost intercepted, but either way, that's a turnover on downs.
Yeah. They're trying to make something happen. There's just no room to work. Bethany is playing stifling defense. They've been playing stifling defense the entire game, and that's why the Comets have a 0 on the scoreboard.
So the Bethany Broncos will get the football back. And again, be in really good field position. They'll be in Classen SAS territory right at the 31-yard line. 1st down and 10.
We'll see
Stay
who comes
tuned.
out at quarterback.
We got the fourth quarter coming up next.
Jackie Payne is back at quarterback.
Gets the ball, hands off to the running back right up the middle for positive yards. Nice 5-yard gain there by, I believe, number 7. That's was that Gilliland who's in at running back?
Let me get the old binoculars out. Nonetheless, great push up front by that Broncos offensive line. Yeah, that is Gilliland lined up at running back.
They'll utilize their skill position players in a bunch of different ways. That's the end of the third quarter. Score is 38-0. Bethany Broncos with the lead over the Classen SAS Comets. We're going to take a real quick commercial break and get this fourth quarter underway. You're listening to high school football here on CBS Sports Radio 105.3 FM HD1. And we're streaming live on PPBC TV. Sponsored by SSM Health at St. Anthony, Super Prep, and Guiding Right Incorporated. We'll be back.
This is our Loves Travel Stop Student of the Month, Kiana Tubbs, from Cristo Rey, OKC Catholic High School. Thanks for joining us, Kiana.
Thank you guys for having me.
So I heard that you currently have a 4.2857 GPA.
Yes.
That is really impressive. Can you tell us a little bit about what motivates you in school?
So what motivates me in school is just kind of wanting to go to the higher levels, so wanting to go to college, but also having a support system in my family and friends and just wanting to make them proud. So student government, I'm involved as the student body president, so I had to run and be elected for student body president.
I also heard that you have plans to attend Howard University and pursue a career as a criminal defense attorney. What led to that career choice, and was that always something you wanted to do?
So I've always been into like politics and law, but I didn't exactly know what I wanted to do in that area. And so I combined my passion of helping people. And so that's kind of how I came up with criminal defense attorney. It's helping people when they're in a position where they can't help themselves.
Injuries don't wait. For business hours, now you can be seen 24/7 for sports injuries. Whether you have a sprain or a broken bone, at the SSM Health Bone and Joint Injury Clinic at 13401 Northwestern.
Welcome back to Friday Night High School Football, live from Moses F. Miller Stadium here in Oklahoma City. And the Bethany Broncos run their first play from scrimmage here in the fourth quarter. And sort of a speed option running play by the quarterback. And he got the first down, so it'll be a whole new set of downs for the Bethany Broncos. And it's been all Bethany Broncos tonight, up 38-0 with 11 and a half to go in this fourth quarter. And they've made the plays necessary to win this game. Offensively, defensively, special teams. They had a kick return for a touchdown. Now they're in the I formation. Hand the ball off to Melton. He's going 5, touchdown. Beautiful.
That was number 17, Alex Strotter, on the halfback dive right up the gut. He had a huge hole to run through, and the rest is easy peasy. That's another touchdown for Strotter.
Old school football right there by the Bethany Broncos. I formation right up the gut. Followed his blockers. It's exactly as they drew it up. 20-yard touchdown run by Strotter, and that will increase the lead to 44-0. They're going to get an extra point here and try to make it 45-0. 10:52 left in the fourth. Here's the kicker, waiting on the snap. Here it is. Kick is up, and it is good. The score is 45-0. Bethany Broncos with the lead over the Classen SAS Comets. And you know, I look at this game and I look at last week's game against Bridge Creek. You know, Bethany's been executing flawlessly.
They have.
They had a shutout and won the game 38-0 against Bridge Creek, and they're already up 44-0 tonight. So 2 weeks of really solid football by the Bethany Broncos. And Classen SAS is just trying to hang on and get through this game and play as hard as they can. And I know that Coach Burdine will use this as a learning tool to make this program better and to, you know, learn from their mistakes and make the adjustments going forward. But one thing you want to see is them to continue to play hard. And I think that's what we're seeing by Classen SAS. Yeah, they're getting worn down. It's late. It's really chilly out.
Yeah.
The fall weather's here. There's no doubt about that. But, you know, sometimes in life you go through difficult periods that you just got to fight through. And that's what Classen SAS is trying to do. And I think in the long run it's going to make them a better team. But still a lot to learn this year with the Classen SAS as a young team. But at the same time, they do have some really good skill position players that just haven't been able to get free. And
yeah, like I mentioned and like you mentioned, you got to give all the credit in the world to that Bethany Broncos defense. They've showed up 2 weeks in a row, shutout last week, a shutout thus far in this game tonight. They're living up to the hype. I mean, these guys are doing it on defense. They're playing very disciplined football.
State Farm agent Chuck Davis is one of our sponsors for the broadcast. State Farm agent Chuck Davis will take care of all your insurance needs. Give him a call today at 405-378-8008. That's 378-8008. And also, big shout out to Pollard Funeral Home. In your time of need, let the professionals at Pollard Funeral Home help you and your family. All right, under 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Classen SAS with the football, trying to get some kind of momentum and to put some points on the scoreboard. Hardeman's got time. He's going to keep it himself, runs to the sidelines. There's going to be a holding penalty, though.
Yeah,
and
there's
push him
definitely
back.
going to be a holding. He's keeping the ball for a long time in the backfield. That makes it really difficult on those old linemen not to commit a holding penalty. There's just no room to work with as far as getting the ball downfield, and it's coming back.
Yes, sir, it is, and that's just kind of par for the course tonight. With Classen SAS, they've just really been struggling offensively and defensively as well in all facets of the game. They've got to get better, and I think it's just evident that Bethany has a bunch of seniors on this team. They've got a bunch of experienced players and been playing together for a long time, and they have great team chemistry, and they just execute really well, and that's evident by the score tonight. Carlos Hardeman drops back, gets the snap. He's going to try and throw it, and incomplete. Tried to throw to number 22 for Classen SAS.
Yeah, that's
Unsuccessful.
Bogey Ramirez, number 22. But he was covered by multiple Broncos in that defensive secondary.
So that's going to bring up 2nd and 20. 2nd and 20 for Classen SAS. We do have a running clock. So let's see how they line up here. Maybe some late substitutions. Okay, 3 receivers to the wide side of the field, 2 to the short, 1 man in motion. Ball is snapped. And handed off to the jet sweep to the wide receiver. Doesn't get any kind of yardage. And it's going to be 3rd and 20 as well.
Yeah, even though Bethany is up by a lot of points, the defense is still playing really tough and really stout, not giving Classen anywhere to go.
Well, I think the challenge here for the rest of this game in terms of Bethany, they want to keep that goose egg.
Yeah, they want that shutout.
That's a badge of honor.
It definitely is.
Ball is snapped. Hardeman throws, has a receiver open, catches it at the 35, 40, gets close to the 50, is pushed out of bounds, maybe at the 49. Huge play by the Classen SAS Comets there. They executed that play flawlessly, found the open receiver, and got a huge chunk. That's a 40-plus yard gain.
Yeah, I think that is Klassen's biggest play on offense of the night. He finds his man deep downfield. That was Emeka Aguego on the reception.
There's Aaron Underwood in the slot. I'd look at him, and he's going to throw to number 5, one-on-one, incomplete. And that was well defended by the cornerback there for Bethany. And it's tough to guard those very fast and athletic wide receivers of Classen SAS, and felt like Bethany's cornerback did a really good job on that play. Otherwise, that's a touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, he's at a disadvantage as far as size goes, so great, smart play by that cornerback for Bethany.
4 receivers split, 2nd and 10. Ball is snapped. Hardeman looks to throw over the middle, has a receiver, complete at the 30, 25. And he's going to be tackled right around the 24-yard line. Another 1st and 10 for the Classen SAS. And now they've got momentum. Now they've got rhythm, and they got a confidence boost here.
Same receiver
right
once again on the catch. Emeka Aguego, another big catch for him, and the chains are moving once again. 1st and 10.
Shotgun formation. We've got a timeout called, and I'm not sure who called the timeout, but we're going to stay right here.
I think Bethany actually called that timeout. They don't like those big plays they're giving up, so they're going to come to the sideline and try to come up with
Coach
another
Arthur is
stop.
going to have a talk with his team. You know, he wants that goose egg. I know the rest of the Bronco football team want that too, but it's unfortunate that it's so late in the game that Classen finally found a little bit of rhythm.
Yeah, well, I don't know where this was in the first half and the third quarter. You're airing the ball out like we saw them do against Southeast. This is Classen SAS football, but they're kind of lined up in that stacked and bunch formation just trying to run it, and that's not how they win football games. You got to air it out. You got 2 stellar athletes on the outside in Aaron Underwood and Elijah Green. Get them the football in space and let them work.
Many of these players will move on to play collegiately whenever they graduate from high school. State of Oklahoma, very underrated in terms of talented football players.
No doubt.
Don't get the respect they deserve. And we use the platform here at PPBC TV and CBS Sports Radio to highlight those players and give them the credit they deserve. Here is the quarterback. Hardeman throws over the middle, incomplete. Hit number 22 in the hands, but I think
Bogey Ramirez couldn't come up with the catch. That was Carlos. He delivered a dart. That ball was coming in hot.
Yeah, he threw a bullet right there, and that was just a difficult pass to catch for that young man. 6:35 left in the game. Scores 45-0. We've got a running clock. Classen SAS is trying to put some points on the board for pride. Completes it over the middle. Gets to the 15, and he's going to be marked down at the 14. That is a 1st down at 10, right?
I think it's going to be a couple yards short of the 1st down.
That's awful close.
Same play, a drag route across the middle by Ramirez, and this time he comes up with the catch.
So they're just 1 yard away from converting. getting another set of another new series. Here's the snap. Hardiman runs, and he's going to be tackled short of the first down marker. And that's going to bring up a fourth down and short for the Classen SAS Comets, and they're going to go for it, obviously.
You got to. You got to go for it.
They're just desperate to put some points on the board just for pride. Strictly that. Ball is snapped. Fourth down. Complete to the 10. Moves up as Aaron Underwood. He's going to get in the end zone. Touchdown, Classen SAS Comets.
Just like I said, find Underwood. Get him in space. And you do. You see what he does. He made 3 guys miss, hit him with that nasty juke, and finds his way into the end zone for 6.
There's my man T.J. Peterson. He's here. It's good to see this guy. I tell you what, his son plays for the Classen SAS Comets. And I tell you what, that's beautiful offensive series by the Comets. They continue to play hard, and their efforts are rewarded with a touchdown. Beautiful execution, Hardiman to Underwood. And they're going for 2, and it's not going well, although Aaron Underwood is going to throw it, and it's going to be ruled incomplete, so the 2-point conversion is no good, but there will be no shutout here tonight at Moses F. Miller Stadium. 4:45 left in this game, and I'm glad the Classen SAS was able to put some points on the board just to out of self-respect, you know.
Yeah, you got to love the fight. They know they're not going to win the football game, but they don't just lay down and take the L. They keep fighting. They keep playing football, and they start airing it out like I thought they would the entire game. They find their athlete in space, Underwood, who just does what he does best, make people miss and then score touchdowns.
All right, so the question is, do you go for the onside here?
Why not? Practice the onside. Let this kicker get a rep on an onside kick. I would. But I'm a risk taker.
I agree with you.
I think Coach is a risk taker as well because he went for it on 4th down in his own territory multiple times.
Yes, that's true. We'll see if they kick it deep or maybe a pooch onside or just a true onside. Really, it's just got to go 10 yards before the kicking team can touch it. Here we go. And there is the deep onside. It's going to be recovered by Bethany at the 31-yard line. And not a lot of time left in this game. Stay tuned for the Big O's Pork and Dreams Barbecue Player of the Game. Dylan, you have somebody in mind?
That I do, my friend. I already know exactly who I'm picking for the Big O's Player of the Game.
Again, check out Big O's Pork and Dreams Barbecue in Edmond, South Santa Fe Road, and in Midwest City off Southeast 15th Street. He'll make your barbecue dreams come true each and every time, I guarantee it. Appreciate Big O's Pork and Dreams Barbecue. They're going to hand the football off to the running back who gets some positive yards, but they're just about to milk this clock and get this game over with. Bethany's up right now 45-6, 2.5 to play. But it's been solid execution by the Bronco offense, and they've made the plays necessary to win this game. And, you know, they've had a pick 6. They've had multiple turnovers from the defense and had the big special teams touchdown, the 85-yard kick return. It played well tonight. Give them credit. Jet sweep right now to the 40, well, close to the 40-yard line. They're going to mark him down at 38. Late flag. Not sure what the reasoning is behind the flag. It was on the opposite side of the field, so not a great vantage point from our point of view.
Yeah, it didn't look like a holding call. I don't know what the white hat is going to give us. He's giving us a signal right now. Face mask against Classen SAS. So.
All right. So that's going to bump them up 5 yards. And I just think that Bethany is going to end up running out this clock under a minute and a half left. And Let's just go ahead and go over the Big O's Pork and Dreams Barbecue Player of the Game, Dylan.
Okay, my player of the game is the junior receiver, number 21, Wyatt Gessler. He had a huge night tonight, receiving touchdowns. He took a kickoff back to the crib for a touchdown. This kid can do it all, and he's a ball player.
And they're going to kneel it out and be done, or they may have one offensive play. I'm not sure what they're going to do. But, again, please stop by Big O's Pork and Dreams Barbecue. Best barbecue spot in the state of Oklahoma. I want to thank all of our sponsors, especially our title sponsors tonight. SSM Health at St. Anthony, Super Prep, and Guiding Right Incorporated. Also sponsoring our broadcasts here each and every week, First Security Bank, Pollard Funeral Home, Geronimo's Bakery, and Love's Student of the Month, as well as Big O's Pork and Dreams Barbecue, State Farm agent Chuck Davis, and, of course, Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. I want to thank our producers, Bryce Shawn on the stream, PPBC TV, and our cameraman Langston, as well as Cam back at the radio station on CBS Sports Radio 105.3 FM. Hope everyone has a great weekend. Enjoy the OU Texas game tomorrow. We'll let you know early next week where we're going to be at for next week's high school football game, presented by SSM Health at St. Anthony, Super Prep, and Guiding Right Incorporated on PPBC TV and CBS Sports Radio 105.3 FM HD1. The final score tonight, Bethany Broncos 45, Classen SAS 6. Have a great weekend, Oklahoma.
Hey, this right here is a fat butt. Everybody been hearing about it on the radio. You can come to my Midwest City location, 6003 Southeast 15th, or you can go to my admin, 285 South Santa Fe. Come get you one of these taters.
Injuries don't wait. For business hours, now you can be seen 24/7 for sports injuries. Whether you have a sprain or a broken bone, at the SSM Health Bone and Joint Injury Clinic,